Hi everybody, I want to give you a review of my newest ukulele, and as you can tell it's much larger than I normally play. I've wanted a good baritone ukulele for a while and finally decided to have one built for me. And I went with my friends Pete and Shelley Mai in northern Minnesota. Their company is named Bonanza Ukuleles, and you can find them on Facebook, of course, but you can also find their website at bonanzaukuleles.com. Um, I wanted a mahogany ukulele, and because of Pete's manufacturing style, Pete is not a trained luthier. Pete comes from a furniture slash cabinet maker background, and so he is not stuck within the framework of the right way of doing things. So he's very innovative. He tries things. He's not afraid of trying things and seeing how they work. And so this is actually made like a sandwich. The top, all three of these pieces were a plank that had been milled out instead of a single piece bent. And so when you look inside the ukulele, there's no kerfling in there holding it all together. Pete has his own way of gluing them all together. So when you look at it, hopefully in the light you can be able to see this well, but if you look at this grain here, I'll try to get in the light well, you can see it wraps right around the side because this is one whole piece of wood. This is one piece of wood. This is one piece of wood. So not the normal kind of kerfling in there. The back just is wonderful. Sounds just wonderful. Um, I'll get back on track here. So Pete doesn't approach things in the normal way. He approaches it very innovatively, and I wanted a very simple ukulele made. I didn't want a lot of personalization because he has a laser he can use. He can put any design you want it onto. So it's mahogany, walnut mahogany, with a walnut bridge, Corian saddle, just a simple laurel rosette, and he does that with his laser. It has a walnut fingerboard, which because he uses his CNC machine to cut the slots, he's able to leave the side all wood. It's like it's a bound fingerboard. He cuts the slots and puts the wire in the slots and leaves that all nice and wire free. Markers on the side, simple dots up the front. The headstock is mahogany, walnut mahogany with the Bonanza logo there etched with his laser. I just wanted Goto planetary tuners. These are geared tuners, but I don't like, for me aesthetically, I don't like a big ear sticking out here on the headstock. Looks reminiscent of the Harmony Baritones, the old ones with the friction tuners. Um, that's about all I have to say, other than I have a few ukuleles that have no names, and they will find new homes eventually. But the ones that I fall in love with have a name, and this one has been named already. Her name is Mrs. Warren. And the reason why I named her Mrs. Warren is, as you can tell, this has some really dramatic grains. It's beautiful wood. And on the back, it has this nice black line, dark line, that kind of runs. There, you can see it run it backwards right there. And it reminded me of a river. And the Minnesota River in its ancient days, from the archaeological glacial age, scientists called that the River Warren, or the Warren River Valley. That's what it reminded me of. And then I instantly thought of a John Wayne character, Mrs. Warren, played by, it wasn't John Wayne, of course, Mrs. Warren. It was played by Yvonne DiCarlo. So meet Mrs. Warren. You will see her more often. I'll give you some open chord playing so you can kind of hear that. I'll give you some finger picking, and as you know, this is not my forte, but we'll give it a go. I'm still learning how big this fingerboard is, so I might hit a couple clinkers. So you get a little bit of sound that way. Now I'll do something with closed chords up the neck a little bit. Let's see. See if I can do this. And still learning where to put my hands. So you get a little sound sample of Mrs. Warren. Beautiful ukulele. She's a winner. Thank you so much, Pete and Shelly Mai, for working with me, taking your time, being patient, because I'd gone through this process a bunch of times and finally put down the ducky, if you will, and ordered this. Money well spent. Beautiful instrument. Thank you so much, Pete and Shelly Mai. Have a great day, and check out Bonanza ukuleles. You won't regret it.